All right, Wholesale Weekly Update number 17. This was a little bit of a shorter week for me. My wife and I's anniversary was this week, and I made sure that we focused on attention on love and appreciation and admiration and a little bit offside of the business just for a little bit. This is week number 17. I spent a lot of time this week calling some Ohio leads specifically. I had kind of a capital partner, someone in TU who dished over like 80 or so leads for me. So I was just working those, dialing, double dialing, put them on my drip and going through. I had many conversations. Nothing led to even really remotely an offer. Like they almost felt like kind of like cold call leads to where it was a lot of make me an offer, and it just completely different than the PPL stuff that I normally get. And I think these were probably iSpeed to lead leads. But I'm so used to the property leads where usually every single one of those that I call, they're raising their hand saying, "Hey, I'd like to sell." They're reaching out to me, where these feel like I'm kind of gauging them, like kind of like make me an offer mentality. Didn't have any really great conversations, nothing that's noteworthy. There's some things that potentially could turn into something, but this was not the greatest week on calls. I will say definitely conversations increased, dials increased, but getting something to across the finish line did not happen. All the deals that I basically had, only one is really still alive at this point in time. I'm having a difficult time getting on the phone with the seller to pitch the offer that we have from an end buyer. I think it's actually an enticing offer compared to what he's going to get based off of the condo in Georgia. It's in Decatur, but I don't think he's actually going to take it. So we'll see what happens with that one. Hopefully I can get him on the phone this week. We could pitch the offer and we'll move forward with that one and get him to accept that offer, and then we'll try to close on it. Property leads, they dished out their Metro new filter that they had for some of the nationwide stuff. First day, I went ahead and bought 5 leads, $75 a piece. And, it wasn't that great. It still felt like it was rural. So they were kind of pushing away, trying something new to listen to the feedback of the customers and get rid of some of these rural things and focus on larger counties. Well, I'm not going to try to brag on this, but that first day I took all of those cities and all of those counties and looked up the population of each of those. I had some that were in cities of like 500 population where their counties were like 100,000. So I took all that data, I posted it in the TU private Facebook group, and here's where the brag comes in. I think property leads saw that feedback and they understood. I'm assuming other people posted the same kind of feedback as well, and they listened to it. And so immediately after that first day launch, they went back to the lab, it seems like, and they came up with a new brainstorm to get rid of, like, they went from 1,000 counties to like a couple thousand, maybe 2,000, I don't know, like 1,500 down to 800. So they almost cut where they were marking to in half. And so I think that I'm going to give them another shot, probably buy 5 more leads with them and see what comes of that, just to see if anything has changed. I like being in the community to where they listen to the mass. So if, TU is definitely very property leads and iSpeed to lead heavy for sure, and lead Zolo. And so if we say something that we need, they actually do listen, they'll implement, and they'll make it happen quick. So I think it's cool that I made that post. All of these property leads people immediately commented on it. They said what was going on, how they're going to try to improve it, and then just to give another try. They're actually going to refund some of those things that might be taking off some of the rural maps to get it basically where it was a $30 lead as opposed to a $75 lead. So I greatly appreciate that. I think that's going to be good. Like I said before, this was my anniversary week. So Thursday, Friday, I was kind of off the map. Didn't get back till Saturday. I had about a 3-hour drive, and on that 3-hour drive home, I did nothing but listen to RJ Bates making live seller calls. I listened to a couple of different things on comping and underwriting to try to improve those skills. And today I actually finished off on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, anyone out there. I had kind of like a little small meeting with Joey Dirte, the selfless man that gives more than he receives, it seems like. I just don't understand him. Someone I'm actually starting to idolize a little bit and looking up to him. I appreciate all that he does, but he sat down and talked to us for almost 2 hours this morning on just bottlenecks in our business, places that were struggling, and gave us some insight, some advice, and just gave us some frameworks to work through so we can get better at where we were suffering a little bit more. So I always greatly appreciate that. I love it when people see something in me that are willing to take the time and energy and effort to put into me, because it validates that I'm putting in the energy, I'm putting in the work. And I think that people only do that when they see people that are actually trying to succeed at this. No one likes to hold the hand of someone who's complaining and not doing anything. So, I'm doing these things. I'm making sure I'm documenting my process, because at some point in time, I'm going to hit the ground running with this. I'm going to figure it all out. It's going to click, and then we're going to be making a lot of money. And then I'll be able to give the same insight and advice to other people that are at the phase that I'm at right now. So 17 weeks in, still nothing closed and funded. I don't care. It's at the point where I'm still learning, I'm still growing. And I think that I'm just literally right around the corner from locking this in and getting the breakthrough that I'm needing. So remember to stay happy, hungry, and humble. Happy Father's Day, and I'll see you next week.